Hey everyone, welcome back to the latest episode. This week I'm exploring something I know we all struggle with in some way: procrastination. It's really easy to assume that we procrastinate because we're lazy, we're lacking discipline, or we just can't be bothered. But according to research, there's another explanation for why we procrastinate, and in this video I'm going to share what that is and where your procrastination may be originating from. Stay tuned for part 2 of this procrastination series, which I'll publish very soon, because in that video I'll take you through the actionable, evidence-based steps that you can take to eliminate your desire to procrastinate.
Hi, I'm Zahrai, and I help professionals to hack their careers, overcome their limiting beliefs, and confidently create the extraordinary life they deserve.
Procrastination is where we delay or we postpone the stuff that we really should be doing. It comes from the Latin word pro, meaning forward, and crastinatus, which means till next day. When it comes to procrastination, many assume that it's related to issues of self-management. Maybe you're not managing your time. Maybe you're not prioritizing your tasks. But according to research, procrastination actually reflects issues of emotional management. And it's because of our biology. Really simply, our brain has a functional split. On the one hand, we have the emotional unconscious automatic system, which Dan Kahneman in his great book, Thinking Fast and Slow, refers to as System 1 thinking. This is the limbic part of the brain. On the other hand, we have the rational conscious deliberate system, which is the prefrontal cortex, which we use for rationality, logic, and planning. What happens is the prefrontal cortex is fully aware of the benefits of completing the task right here, right now. That makes rational, logical sense. But the limbic part of the brain resists because it doesn't feel good. The reality is you have a brain that's designed to prefer immediate reward. That's what's kept our species alive. When we procrastinate, it's because of the feeling of, I'd rather feel good now. So I want to spend just a little bit of time now to take you through 5 possible underlying reasons for your procrastination. Because in order to overcome procrastination, you first need to understand why you might feel this way and what is triggering it. First, we have the fear of failure. You might procrastinate when you fear you might fail at something or where the outcome may not be perfect. By not acting, you don't put yourself in a position of potential failure, so you're protected. But you're also not taking any action, which isn't useful for growth. Part of this emotional basis is also linked to what psychologists call a maladaptive self-concept, which could be a really loud and nasty inner critic, and a belief of, I'm not good enough. Lack of self-confidence and feelings of inadequacy will definitely hold you back because it makes you feel completely disempowered. Second, avoidance of judgment. You might be someone who constantly seeks social validation and approval, and if this is you, you might procrastinate from doing something that puts you in a position where you might be criticized or judged by others. Maybe you're procrastinating from writing a presentation for work because people may judge you, or you're holding off on posting something on LinkedIn just in case no one responds. This is linked to a fear of social rejection, which is really effective at holding you back and could even lead to social anxiety. Third, fear of success. This one's a bit of an unusual one that many people forget about, but it's actually a very real fear, and it could stem from a number of things. One of them is that success may bring with it an increased amount of scrutiny from other people, which means increased pressure to perform. One of my coaching clients identified that she was afraid of succeeding because then she felt she wouldn't be able to continue to meet everyone's standards and would eventually let everyone down. This feeling of hers was also rooted in her imposter syndrome and never feeling good enough. Another root cause of the fear of success is fear of change. People believe that with success might come a change in lifestyle or how you work, and for some, they don't want to experience this change. They prefer things to stay as they are. Fourth is possibly the most common: impulsiveness. This is where you're easily distracted by anything and everything, and it could stem from the fact that you're just not particularly engaged in the task. Maybe you're not interested and it's boring, or there's no time pressure, so you don't feel the sense of urgency that your brain requires to be able to focus with high attention. Fifth is denial. This is where there's something that you know you really don't like doing, whether it's the dishes, your taxes, or something else, and so you avoid doing it. You choose to be in denial about the fact that this task needs to be completed so that you don't have to experience the negative emotion of actually doing the task. And sixth, resistance and rebellion. This is a really common one for people who don't enjoy their work. When you feel forced to do something that you inherently don't want to do, you resist it. You put it off. It becomes a huge effort to actually complete, and because of that, you find any excuse to defer having to do it. Now, in all of these cases, what you're procrastinating from isn't the actual task itself. It's the associated feeling that you've attached to doing the task. You're avoiding the negative, uncomfortable, and unpleasant emotion. This is why when you love doing something, it's so easy to get through it. You enter a state of flow, you're energized, and time just disappears. Again, it's related to the emotional experience that you have during and after the task. Importantly too, many of these emotional foundations actually originated in childhood. Some of my clients have shared that they come from families who had extremely high standards, and this manifests in both a fear of success and a fear of failure. I personally love these insights into human behavior because once you're able to become aware of what's going on, you can then take the steps required to overcome your desire to procrastinate. So I hope that's cleared up why you might be procrastinating. It's always important to start with self-awareness. Now, in part 2 of this procrastination series, I'll be sharing how you can actually overcome procrastination with evidence-based strategies and tools, so make sure you tune in when it's released. I'm Zahrai, and I will see you next time.